Connor, first opportunity for us to have a chat with you since joining MK Dons. Just tell us about how that came about. How are you now an MK Dons player?
I think quite obviously the first and foremost was that the manager played a big part. I also know Josh from England camps before, and Josh is actually one of my good friends outside of football as well. So I sat down with the manager and we spoke on the phone, and if I'd be interested to come down, and yeah, pretty much just evolved from there. Really, it was just come in, have a couple of training sessions, see what you think, see what they think, and then thankfully we got something done in the end.
It must be obviously you've got to decide on the location, on the people you're playing alongside, but it must be an easy decision in as much as the way that the football's played, the position the side are in, they're on the up, everything's going well. That makes the decision a little easier, I suppose.
Yeah, it does. I think when you look at the stadium, when you look at what the football club is and where they want to go, and especially I spoke with the manager before, and he gave he had his idea and where he wants the team to go, where he wants the club to go, and it was something that I wanted to be part of. And where I was, I needed my fitness and games, and I wanted to play football again. So it was kind of the perfect opportunity really for me to come in to a team they said that are doing really well, and we've got a real good kind of core energy in the team. So hopefully it'll be one that I can come into and help push on towards the back end of the season.
From your perspective, if 100% obviously is 100%, where would you say you are fitness wise at the moment right now?
Fitness wise, I'd say I'm about 90%. Obviously, the remaining bits will come from the more game time, more game exposure I can get, and the games are a million miles away from training the fitness, and it's not even just the fitness; it's getting used to being in front of the fans again and playing in front of this, getting used to all that again. But I love it, to be honest, and especially with this weekend, we know what the atmosphere is going to be like. So it's the kind of games that you really want to look forward to.
And you offer as a forward player something that I don't think MK Dons had. So that's the bonus from the clubs and the fans' perspective. You're a different proposition up front.
Yeah, and that's what the manager said to when I came in, that I'll offer something different. But I think also at the same time, as a team, we have an identity of how we want to play and how the manager wants to play and the build up. And I think it's almost like a second resort to what I might have been used to before, being a big kind of seen as that big number nine. Let's just get it up and try and get him to hold up. The manager still wants to play football, which for me is brilliant because I like to, I want the ball to be on the floor to keep it moving, but not just have to get up and have someone's elbow in the back of my head every 2 seconds. So it's a nice. It is good how the manager wants to play football, and I think we've got the perfect dressing room for it.
Share your memories of Sunderland.
I think obviously the biggest one is kind of what they call that great escape. Um, it was quite funny how it came about. I remember I think I was on loan at Leeds, and I'd only been there a few weeks, and the manager at the time rang me and said, "We want you to come back, and you're going to start on Saturday." And I think it was a Tuesday or something. And I was like, we're playing Liverpool away, and he was like, "Yeah, I know, I'm going to start you." And I was like, "All right, I'll see you in the morning." So it was kind of like I'd gone from Leeds was such a big club, and the stadium at Leeds and had so much history, and then I went back, and then one weekend I'm playing somewhere else, and the next I'm starting at Anfield. Um, but yeah, my time at Sunderland was really good, to be honest. I think the team that I went into, there was so much experience and so much quality in that team, that we kind of it was just a good experience for me as a young player to go into that kind of dressing room. And I guess that's maybe now I'm 28, but I'm the third oldest in the team here. So maybe that's what these players are looking at me like. But my time at Sunderland, I really enjoyed it, to be honest.
Would you look forward to playing them? Would you? It's something. I mean, it's a cracking fixture when you look at the league table and the two sides. It's a. I mean, I seem to be saying this quite regularly at the moment. That
Yeah.
it's a really good fixture, but actually, would you want to face them? Would it something you look forward to?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not even the fact that we're playing against Sunderland. It's because I've experienced it for a big kind of big part of my career as a professional. I know what the fans are like. I know how passionate they are. I know, their expectations. I know, the stadium's amazing. The facilities are amazing. I think they're in a bit of a transitional period at the minute with the new manager coming in and with, what's the noise they've got going off the pitch. But I mean, to go back there is going to be, as I said, the atmosphere that the fans will create will be fantastic. So obviously, it's a game I'm looking forward to.
How good is this MK Don side from your perspective?
I think we are good. I don't want to, put us up there too much, but I think we are a team now that we've earned that right and the reputation that people look at us and almost fear us, because we are, the manager's made it clear to us that if teams want to try and pass us around, then we'll just pass around you. If teams want to come in like Wickham and try and bully us and put the ball forward, we're more than capable to deal with that. So I think we're very adaptable to how we can play. So I think it's going to be a very good end to the season if we can keep up. We've got a very good momentum. We've got a good squad in the dressing room, a young, enthusiastic, and we've got the backroom team and staff that are willing to help out whenever they can. So I think, as long as we stay focused and we don't get carried away and listen too much to the noise, that towards the end of the season we are going to be, there or thereabouts. So it's an exciting period.
Excellent. Thank you so much. That was great.
No worries.
Connor, when you mentioned your time at Sunderland, I'm stunned you didn't mention the game where you came off the bench against MK Dons and scored twice late on. It's obviously a memorable game for the MK Dons fans, the first trip up there. What are your memories of that one?
I remember I started on the bench that game, and I came off, and I came on. Sorry, I think it was a left foot. It might be a left foot strike, and I thought I was blowing at the time because I think we were losing, and we had to come back. So no, we just came on and running round, and I thought I'm just going to shoot because I was knackered, to be honest. And I shot, and it took a deflection. I think it rolled into the opposite corner. But yeah, at the time it was, it's a game that as a Sunderland player we needed to win. Obviously, at that Premier League reputation at the time. But yeah, now the tables are turned, and I'm going there now to get 3 points rather than trying to get 3 points for them.
Yeah, I have those sorts of memories where I was just thinking, just not extra time, just not extra time. Were you surprised when you arrived, having played most of your career, obviously, at higher levels? Were you surprised at the level that League One's playing at the minute? Because there's obviously some, as Luke said, some massive hitters at the minute, and the standard of football, is pretty high. But were you surprised at how good League One football really is?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the league, there's some, as you've said, some massive teams that are there, and I mean, big teams that shouldn't be in this league really, but that's the way it is, and I think we are among the top teams that people go, that's a big fixture. So that's a credit to us, a credit to what the work that the boys have put in, the time that all the staff have dedicated to put in their ideas onto the pitch, and then the players implement it on the weekends. But it's a very tough league, and one that as it's gone on, we've developed this reputation that we are going to be at the end of the season. Hopefully, we'll have something to look forward to.